A few days ago, I was watching a Netflix series about the 1970 FIFA World Cup, the tournament in which Brazil became world champion for the third time. There was one detail I had never heard before, and it immediately caught my attention. When the Brazilian national team arrived in Mexico, the head coach gave the players a very particular instruction. He told them that when stepping off the plane, each player had to set foot on Mexican soil with his right foot first. It was a superstition, and everyone obeyed. One after another, they walked down the aircraft stairs and placed their right foot on the ground before anything else. Every one of them, even Pelé, who was already a living legend, probably the most famous football player on the planet. I found the scene charming, but above all, it reminded me of my own childhood. When I was a boy in Uruguay and later in Argentina, many sidewalks were made of square paving stones. Sometimes while walking, I would invent completely arbitrary rules for myself. For example, I would decide that I could step only on the light-colored tiles, or that I had to move forward following a particular pattern, or that I was not allowed to touch the lines separating one tile from another. And then something curious would happen. If I managed to complete the route while obeying the rule I had invented, I felt that something good was going to happen. But if I made a mistake and stepped where I wasn't supposed to, I would think, uh-oh, this is going to bring bad luck. Of course, there was no logical connection between one thing and the other. The universe did not seem particularly interested in how I distributed my footsteps. And yet, in my mind, there was a very clear connection between the pattern I was following and future events. It was like a small private contract with destiny. The curious thing is that, as the years go by, we tend to look back and assume that such things belong only to childhood. But then this image of the 1970 Brazilian national team appears, a group of grown men, professional athletes, and there they all are, including Pelé, stepping off the plane with their right foot first because someone believed it might help. And suddenly you realize that perhaps superstitions never completely disappear. Perhaps they are part of the human condition. We like to find patterns. We like to believe that there is some way to negotiate with uncertainty. As if, for a brief moment, by repeating a gesture, following a sequence, or observing a ritual, we could influence something that has not yet happened. Logic tells us we cannot, but imagination insists otherwise. And perhaps superstitions do not exist to change the future. Perhaps they exist to reassure us while we wait for the future to arrive. That is why they appear everywhere, in children walking across paving stones, in students before an exam, in sailors before setting sail, and also in a football team that was about to win a World Cup, including Pelé. If you look at the world a little differently late at night, welcome to the club. This story is just the beginning. Click the link in the description below to join me at my Substack Midnight Stories, where I publish new stories every week. Subscribe today, and let's keep thinking for ourselves.